Promising news, Ezio. The actress Lysistrata is making a public performance under a stage name.
Hey. She knows it is wiser to stay hidden, but her vanity is getting the better of her.
Follow me. We will get her this time.
Let's go! The Thespian, Part 2. The infamous Thespian is making a public appearance under an assumed name today. Track her down and kill her before she vanishes. Kill the Thespian before your apprentice does. I thought I was teaching them how to do it, though. Okay.
No mistakes. Take your time and plan your attack.
Evet, Mentor. I will wait an entire year if I have to.
I hope it does not come to that. I am a busy man.
I hope there is some change in administration.
Become anonymous to continue. Oh, the game said no shenanigans today, Stefan. Fine.
What skill? Aha, impressive moves. Nicely done.
Are you serious? Miss. Now, where is she?
Well now, what's he doing?
She under attack. Let me come back. There you go, I got it. Shut.
Lifeless corpses! Bring the city here!
Oh, that is most son. I have never seen a stranger man.
It would appear Prince Ahmed is a traitor to the Empire.
She is bold. You must admit that.
Okay, I can be bold.
Boldness is often a sign of weakness. A true master never takes unnecessary risks.
Will you wait here? Or should we do this together?
As I said, no unnecessary risks. We go together. And if you do not get her, I will.
All the long... Forgotten in quiet, endured without question, endured in our loneliness all your incessant childish antics. Our lips were kept tied, aching with silence, though well all the while we knew how wretchedly everything still was progressing. Always you discussed the war and its politics loudly, and we sometimes would ask you, our hearts deep with sorrowing, what's to be inscribed on the side of the treaty stone? Or what dear was said in the assembly today?
No!
You got her.
You do your duty well, assassin. But you do it with such coldness that I almost pity you. The lives you fight to protect are dull, weak, and lacking luster. What a bland world it will be if you assassins get your way.
Did I kill her?
Requiescat in pace.
How did that happen?
We've attracted some attention. Run.
How did I get her? I don't understand. What did I do? What did I do right there? I don't even know how that happened. Oh, we gotta get far out. Okay. Groovy, bro. Okay. What the? Bro, why didn't you take to the water? I said let's go. I didn't say stay and fight. What you doing? You know what? Actually, I'm on a mission right now, so arrows don't.
What you pile upon you always.
Yeah, focus on okay. Oh my god! Oh, she got him. Okay, good job. Come on, let's get out of here. Hurry up, hurry up.
The watch!
Come on, come on, come on. Climb. Are you trying to get caught? Make it up here. Dang, girl. That's not always gonna be there for you. You need to climb up the walls. Come on, up here, up here. What are you doing? Come on. Over here. Over here. Alright, man. But quick question, how did I kill him first? I don't understand. Thank you.
Damn street performers. Freaks, all of them.
What? Okay, I'm glad you guys are taking watch. I don't know why you insult Sofia like that.
Must have been smoking the funny stuff.
Alright, Discovery. Prince Ahmet has threatened to harm Sofia. Find and protect her. If attacked, kill 5 guards in close combat without getting hit. I like how it had an X. Who is this? Okay. Alright, alright. Yusuf! Yusuf! No! Yusuf! Yusuf!
You have earned your rest, brother.
Close his eyes, please.
Requiescat in pace.
Screw that note. Tear up the city. Rampage.
Brothers, sisters, the whole city rises against us, while Yusuf's murderer waits and watches from the arsenal, laughing.
What were y'all doing?
Fight with me, and show him what it means to cross the assassins.
Taking them all out.
Get him!
Tearing this whole place apart.
Get him! That placa!
Got you! I get
You have been a thorn in my side long enough, Assassin. Your time has come, Assassin.
Where is she?
Such fury.
Where is she?
If you think you are in a position to negotiate, kill me and be done with it. I am sorry it had to come to this. Two men who should be friends, quarreling over the keys to a library. We both strive for the same end, Ezio. Only our methods differ. Do you not see that? Peace, stability, a world where men live without fear. People desire the truth, yes. But even when they have it, they refuse to look. How do we fight this kind of ignorance?
Liberty can be messy, Ahmet, but it is priceless.
Of course. And when things fall apart, and the lights of civilization dim, Ezio Auditore can stand above the darkness and say proudly, I stayed true to my creed. I will open that library, and I will find the Grand Temple. And with the power that is hidden there, I will destroy the superstitions that keep men divided.
Not in this life, Ahmet.
Bring the seals to Galata Tower when you are ready. Do this, and Sofia will be spared. My brother's army will be here soon, Ezio. After that, everything changes.
Ezio should have wrung it out of his dying lips.
How long have you been here?
Long enough. I had Ahmed killed as soon as he returned. But I never expected to hear all this.
And what do you think?
He is a sincere man. But this Templar fantasy of his is dangerous. It flies in the face of reality. The world is a tapestry of many colors and patterns. A just leader would celebrate this, not seek to unravel it.
He fears the disorder that comes from difference.
That is why we make laws to live by. A qanun that applies to all in equal measure.
Shahzadem, stand back!
Hold, soldier! This man is not our enemy.
What a challenge it would be to have a son like you.
You are not dead yet, old friend.
Oh, he trying to
Ezio.
get in them cheeks. Okay, bro.
Spare my uncle if you can.
Would your father?
He said no.
No.
I knew it. He said if you can, but this man is a Templar and he got Sofia. Forget that. Yusuf is dead. No. I don't care about that 50. Let's start it off. It's going off. Collect the Masyaf keys and deliver them to Ahmet to save Sofia. Rescue Sofia before she loses 50%. I don't know who Janos is, so I didn't care. But Sofia, I care about. 2, 4, 5. Now let's make this Find your fellow assassins to ensure your safety. What am I doing? Finding my fellow assassins to ensure Ezio's safety. Where's my hook blade? Took it away.
Mentor?
Now should be a time for remembrance and mourning, I know. But our enemies do not permit us that luxury. Yusuf thought highly of you, assassin. And I find no reason to second-guess this judgment. Do you have it in your heart to lead these men and women, and to maintain the dignity of our order, as Yusuf did with such passion?
It would be an honor.
Bene, I am glad. Our enemy is close. Take positions around the tower, and wait for my command.
They're all wearing assassin armor. It's a nice job.
Come. I am convinced several of you have neglected your annual check.
Catching up to you.
Where is she?
I admire you, Ezio. But your bloodlust makes it hard to call you a friend.
Bloodlust. A strange insult from the man who ordered an attack on his own nephew.
He was to be kidnapped, Ezio, not killed.
I see. Kidnapped by the Byzantines, so that his uncle could rescue him and be heralded a hero.
More or less. Now, the keys.
First, the girl.
She's all yours.
Sofia!
Tell your men to back off. She's all yours.
Alright, I need to go right now. Oh my god. This is the worst thing. I'm so glad I have practiced climbing this thing.
Dannazione!
Teşekkürler efendim. Çok teşekkürler.
Oh my gosh, they have her thing. Oh my gosh, her health, her health.
Are you hurt?
She was strangling Ezio. She was dangling Ezio. Of course she is.
Not hurt, but very confused.
I did not mean to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
You're not responsible for the actions of other men.
All this will be over soon, but I need to recover what they have taken.
I do not understand what is happening. Ezio, who are these men?
Run!
There's no time to explain, okay? Just get in the carriage. Just get in the carriage. End of the road. Ahmet is leaving the city with the 5 keys. Catch him before he escapes. Kill 20 guards. Gladly.
We are close. Keep steady.
Well, well. You have come to see me off.
Hold on! Hang on, Sofia!
Look out! Ezio!
Oh my god. Wild.
Help!
Sofia.
Are you hurt, Sofia?
I don't think so!
Hold on!
Obviously! Oh no!
Ezio.
Va bene! I am all right!
Soldiers, up ahead!
I see them! Forgive me!
I
Sofia,
forget, girl.
you must be careful!
I know!
Heal yourself, Sofia! More soldiers!
I'm sorry. Dang. Got one of them. Wild, I love it.
determination to be charming. It was not so infuriating.
That one. Oh my god. One. That one. Gotcha. Thank God that you caught us.
Incompetent children! Where did you learn to fight?
I'm sorry, Sofia. I'm crying. Okay. Sofia! I missed.
Ezio, look!
You have been a thorn in my side, look it out!
Ah! Go, Ezio, I'm fine!
Forget who's fighting. It's Ezio Altaïr. Okay, what are we doing? Oh. Okay. I am holding hard to understand. Yeah, get him! Yeah, that's right. I got you this time. Got you. Ooh, okay. Sir, drop. Okay. Alright, that wasn't the most graceful landing, but you survived. You were fighting Ezio Altaïr da Firenze. Did you really think you were gonna win?
So what now, Ezio? How does this end?
I am wondering that myself.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's it for Tim. He's got the bombs. He's correct.
Oh!
Soldiers! Selim is not your master! You serve the Sultan! You carry out his command alone! Where is he? Where is the Sultan?
He stands before you, brother. Father made his choice.
Selim! Stop! Please!
He doesn't have a parachute. Dang.
So, you are the assassin. Ezio Auditore. I am Selim, Suleiman's father. He speaks quite highly of you.
He is a remarkable boy with a magnificent mind.
Were it not for his endorsement, I would have you killed where you stand.
You would die.
Leave this place. Do not return.
He's like, I'm ready to finish you off. He's like, don't you be talking to me like that.
You did the right thing, Ezio. This is not your fight.
But where does one end and the next begin?
You should have ended him. And certainly not giving you my highest regards. I would have killed you where I stand. Sir, you would be dead if you weren't Suleiman's father. Bro, you would be dead. I have 4 bombs and you have at least 40 men. I can do a lot with that. You might have killed a Met, but you can't kill Ezio. Get your priorities.
Bill, good to see you. Listen, we've got a customs officer waiting to talk to everyone.
I hope you have something for us.
Absolutely. Passports and papers for everyone.
Ah, brilliant. So I'm what? A neurosurgeon now, am I?
You're a medical team from SUNY Upstate. Just back from Rome with your patient. Experimental gene therapy.
Good work. Let's get this over with.
Wait, look! This is crazy!
What's wrong?
I'm not sure, but Desmond's brain is lighting up like a string of firecrackers.
Yeah, I know that name.
Here it comes!
What is that? What's going on?
This is the end, Desmond. Scheduled for deletion.
What are you doing?
What is a man but the sum of his memories? We are the stories we live, the tales we tell ourselves.
Don't do this!
I'm saving you, idiot! Go! Go!
I write these lines with a steady hand and a light heart. We are in Acre now, Sofia and I, with the 5 Masyaf keys in our possession, and all the time in the world. Sofia is a seasoned traveler and a fine companion to have so far from home. Tomorrow we will make our way to Masyaf, and once there, into Altaïr's library, to fulfill our father's forgotten dream. Forgive the shortness of this letter, dear sister, for it is late, and we are tired. Perhaps, with luck, the next words you hear from me will be in person. Con affetto, Ezio.
Homecoming. Ezio and Sofia have arrived at Masyaf after many weeks of travel. Time to open the library.
This way! Such a climb. È così bello qui. This is where your order began?
No.
It began thousands of years ago, but here it was reborn.
By the man you mentioned, Altaïr?
Altaïr ibn La'ahad. He built us up, then set us free. He saw the folly of keeping a castle like this. It had become a symbol of arrogance and a beacon for all our enemies.
And the mandate for menacing hoods? Was that his idea as well? You mentioned a creed before. What is it?
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
That is rather cynical.
It would be if it were doctrine, but it is merely an observation of the nature of reality. To say that nothing is true is to realize that the foundations of society are fragile, and that we must be the shepherds of our own civilization. To say that everything is permitted is to understand that we are the architects of our actions, and that we must live with their consequences, whether glorious or tragic.
Do you regret your decision to live as an assassin for so long?
I do not remember making that decision. This life, it chose me.
I remember.
For 3 decades, I have served the memory of my father and my brothers, and fought for those who have suffered the pain of injustice. I do not regret those years, but it is time to live for myself, and let them go. Let go of all of this.
Yes,
then let go. You will not fall far.
your best life, man.
The end of the road.
And Yusuf's not here.
What do you hope to find behind that door?
Knowledge, above all else. Altaïr was a profound man and a prolific writer. He built this place as a repository for all his wisdom.
Oh, I see. You know.
He saw many things in his life and learned many secrets, both troubling and strange. Knowledge that would drive lesser men to despair.
Does that worry you?
Sofia, you should know by now that I am not a lesser man.
Ezio.
I got it. It's Altaïr. Okay, put that here for a second. I love how the game is just like, please take a hit. Oh, whoops. Okay. Still don't need a hit though. That's correct, that's correct. There we go.
What do you hope to find behind that door?
Oh my gosh.
Knowledge, above all else. Altaïr was a profound man and a prolific writer. He built this place as a repository for all his wisdom. He saw many things in his life and learned many secrets, both troubling and strange. Knowledge that would drive lesser men to despair.
Does that worry you?
I did it the last time. Why did I have to do it again?
You had better come out of there alive.
I plan to.
Just let it play out. I'm just doing it myself. Dang, how many books were here before?
No books. No wisdom. Just you, fratello mio. Requiescat in pace, Altaïr. You have seen to my books.
Yes. Some we sent with the Polos. The rest will go with me to Alexandria.
Good. Very good.
Father, I do not understand. Why did you build a library if you did not intend to keep your books?
You should go. When the Mongols return, Masyaf must be empty.
I see. This is not a library at all. It is a vault.
It must stay hidden, Darim. Far from eager hands. At least until it has passed on the secret it contains.
What secret?
Go, son. Go be with your family. And live well.
All that is good in me began with you, Father.
brother's dead, and now his dad just literally killed himself. Oof.
In much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
What does it tell you? What do you see?
Strange visions and messages of ones who came before, of their rise and their fall.
But what happens to us, Altaïr? To our family? What does the apple say?
Who were the ones who came before? What brought them here? How long ago?
Get rid of that thing!
This is my duty, Maria. If you are asked, say I sent the apple away. Tell them I sent it to Cyprus or Cipango, or that I dropped it into the sea. Tell them anything to keep men away from this place. This apple must not be found. Not until the time is right.
Sit a moment and rest? Eternally? He's got the grandpa chair.
Another artifact. No. You will stay here.
Lock it up, too.
I have seen enough for one life. Desmond?
Hey.
He's talking to me.
I heard your name once before, Desmond. A long time ago. And now it lingers in my mind, like an image from an old dream. I do not know where you are, or by what means you can hear me. But I know you are listening. I have lived my life as best I could, not knowing its purpose, but drawn forward like a moth to a distant moon. And here at last, I discover a strange truth. That I am only a conduit for a message that eludes my understanding. Who are we, who have been so blessed to share our stories like this? To speak across centuries. Maybe you will answer all the questions I have asked. Maybe you will be the one to make all this suffering worth something in the end. Now, listen.
Ah!
Do you hear me, Cypher? Can you see me?
Shut up. We were talking to Ezio. You weren't.
Ah, there you are. Good.
Bro.
A strange place, this nexus of time. I am not used to the calculations. That has always been Minerva's domain. I see you still have many questions. Who were we? What became of us? What do we desire of you? You will have your answers. Only listen, and I will tell you how.
Speak.
Both before the end and after, we sought to save the world. We built vaults within which to work, each dedicated to a different method of salvation. They were placed underground to avoid the war which raged above, and also as a precaution should we fail in our efforts.
Alright, that's nice. How does Desmond?
Each vault's knowledge was transmitted to a single place.
The Grand Temple, right? Back to New York again.
It was our duty, mine, Minerva's, and Juno's, to sort and sample all that was collected. We chose those solutions which held the most promise and devoted ourselves to testing their merits. 6 we tried in succession, each more encouraging than the last, but none worked. And then the world ended. The earth shook for days, the fires burned for weeks, and when the ash had settled, less than 10,000 of your kind still lived, and far fewer of ours. But we carried on, together, to rebuild, to renew. Listen, you must go there, to the place where we labored and lost. Take my words. Pass them from your head into your hands. That is how you will open the way. But be warned, much still remains in flux, and I do not know how things will end, either in my time or yours.
Wait, look, his vitals are stabilizing. Something's happening. He's moving.
Desmond.
Ah, that's the worst
Can you
thing
hear
to
me?
wake up to. Rebecca and Sean are alright.
Son?
I know what we need to do.
Crusty behind the way she does. Yeah, walk away. That was a great ending. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was back when this ending is back when I still cared about Assassin's Creed, and then Assassin's Creed 3 came out, and I was excited. I was hyped. I liked Connor, and you know, they fumbled the ball with the ending, and also there were so many bugs I never even got the chance to finish it. But I will say, now that I've replayed Revelations, there was just a lot to like in this game. From the parkour mechanics to the zip line to the parachute to the hook blade to just the sheer level and options of transversal that you had. It was great. Now, I'm going to say this. The way they portrayed Ezio in this game was wonderful. I really liked it. Other than his face, mind you. And I know I've talked about it before. Other than his face, he was Ezio to a T. His personality was great. You could tell just how, from his voice how he aged, how he had really taken the time to really reflect on his life, you know, and the fact that he was ready to move on and just be peaceful. I really enjoyed that. Sophia was great. I like how she held her own, and it wasn't necessarily in fighting, but she was just smart. She was driven. She was determined. I like that about her. I will say, though, that my favorite character ended up being Yusuf and Clay. Now, Yusuf was just a cheery dude. He kept the humor, and he kept the upbeat energy, even when things were not in his favor. I just liked his personality. I liked how he talked. I liked how he was. I just liked his whole demeanor. Just everything about Yusuf. A+. Like, I don't think besides Ezio, Altaïr, and Desmond, have I had a character where, like, they're just introduced to the story? Clay! Is he coming back? I didn't watch all the sequences before, so, like, is he coming back? Give him a good ending, please. Clay. So it was really interesting what they did with his character, because you know he didn't seem as crazy in the recordings, but then again he's also been trapped on Animus Island, talking by himself, just patching things together. So like, I get it. I actually genuinely like Clay in this game. I just feel like it was a waste for them to kill him again. Like, he died and then he died a second time. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Sure, he was dead before the game started, but like, considering what happened in the third game, like, they could have had it to that when he hugged Desmond and it was like, they turned to death and then he wanted to make a stand up. Like, there was so much they could have done with that, and just left to the wayside. Like, his puzzles were fun. Like, from the very beginning of the first game, you know, there was something wrong every night as they see the situation. The second game, it's these clips, and the brother way, but like the only way that's gonna happen, I feel like, at this point, because it's not letting me get the DLC that I've seen so far, is to just watch someone else. And I have watched someone else, and that was years ago when it first came out, but just, I don't know, bro. Like, I watched it, and it was like how he was basically scammed by Bill to becoming an assassin because he was running away from an abusive father figure that expected him to, you know, perform all these things, and he wanted to break out and set up his own path. He thought that he could really help humanity with Bill, and Bill just left him to the wayside, like trash. His body was dumped in the Tibet River, and he was supposed to be a mole. Lucy betrayed him. Like, we don't even get Lucy's side of the story, and because she's silent even in his recollection of the events. So it's like, you know, it's a wasted opportunity. Desmond doesn't even really get to, like, he reacts to Lucy's death once, and then never again. You'd think, considering, like, it was going for this romantic angle with Lucy, there would be more, but it's not. And on the note of Desmond, because we'll get to Altaïr, okay, we'll get there, because I have a lot to say about Altaïr. Despite the fact that he was in the game the least, I have a lot to say about him. But, and a lot of it's positive, but there are some things I just really gotta say. But, so for Desmond specifically, I feel like there were times when he was just incredibly in character and incredibly out of character. Like, that one Animus mission where it was like, he was talking about how, you know, he went by a fake name, he did all this stuff, and then it's like someone else basically talking over and telling his story, and they're calling him Des, and they're saying he grew up in a cult and stuff. Yeah, I don't doubt that he would say something like, you know, oh, I ran away from home because they were cultish, right? But the reason they caught him was because of his fingerprints on his motorcycle license, not him using his real name. He was gone for 9 years from the Assassins and the Templars. He managed to avoid both. You really think they wouldn't have caught him if he had used his real name? Like, that just makes him look stupid. And it's not like, you know, because if it had been like, you know, he wanted to get in contact with the Assassins because he had mentioned that he was feeling dissatisfied with his life, then that would have been one thing. But it wasn't. Like, they played that moment totally straight, and I was just blown away by the fact that they kind of forgot that that was how he got taken in. Fingerprints. Not his real name, but his fingerprints. Which is still sketchy considering maybe the Assassin's Creed universe is different, but you don't have to give your fingerprints for an ID purposes, so, you know. But also, his interactions with Clay, for the most part, they were fine, but it was like that one where Clay, in a moment of vulnerability and desperation, asks him if he can take him to the world back with him, and he says, no, you can't come back. Now, Desmond knows what it's like to go insane. He's been going insane over the past 3 games. Like, he's now come to a point where his body and mind can no longer function because he's lost it. And he sees someone who's been helping him from the very beginning, and he says, yeah, no, you can't come with me, you're already dead. It felt so out of character. I was kind of sitting there, I was like, who is this? Because, and then, you know, Desmond wakes up with the circuitry on his arm, and he looked not surprised. I'm sitting here like, I have no doubts that Desmond already was seeing something going on in his body. Like, there's no doubt. Because even with or without the apple, there was already something funky going on, because he was seeing them without, like, and I'm sure people are going to say that it's the bleeding effect, and I don't disagree with you. But he was seeing Ezio as he came back to Montevigione when he was old, and that's a plot point that just never got visited. He was seeing things that the Animus didn't show. Like, and you can say that's the bleeding effect, but considering Revelations quite literally shows that Ezio was speaking to Desmond through the apple, and it wasn't the same one that he had, I feel like there was more going on, because, like, there was just a lot that was just left unexplained with him. Are you really telling me he couldn't have said, you know what, yeah, I'm going to help you get back to the real world, you know, I'll put you on a hard drive or something, and then we'll see what we can do about getting you a body? Because the only reason Desmond is alive at that point is because of Clay. It felt weird. And then the other thing that felt weird was him saying, I should have been more patient with my parents. Mind you, he ran away at 16 because he said he was terrified of the training, and he genuinely thought his life was at risk. And that the enemies that were explained to him were false. Because they didn't explain that either. Like, it's one thing to say I wasn't patient, but it's another thing when your character flat out says he's terrified of what's happening to him, and that he's basically being trained to fight enemies that he has no idea who they are. Like, I can see where they were coming from if they'd said, oh yeah, we told you, and then you didn't believe us despite all the evidence. But it's like, he specifically says he asked questions and they refused to answer, or they just didn't want to say anything. So there's a difference between patience and information being deliberately withheld, along with neglect and mistreatment. That's not a sign that you need to be more patient. And I'm proud of Desmond for being able to say, I don't want to be treated this way, I want to be treated well. Like, the game makes it so that Revelations is like dunking on Desmond for wanting to be treated like a person. Like, he just left, and good on him. He escaped an abusive environment. And like, if you want to say it's not abusive, like, you know, everyone can have their own opinions, but it doesn't sound like it was a good environment. And they were training him to be a killer, and they weren't explaining why, and they would sound like they were punishing him just for asking questions. The assassins are all supposed to be about free will and freedom of choice. So they ain't doing that. Of course he's gonna view it as a cult. And now we get to Altaïr. So I think it was interesting which memories they chose for Altaïr, because the one right after he killed Al-Muwali, the one where he had to rescue Al-Muwali, and with Seth dying. Now, one thing I didn't understand is why Malik was not in any of these sequences, like, or even referenced. It was really weird considering how it was like implied that he became Altair's right-hand man, and he wasn't even mentioned, especially since Malik was, I think, killed like right after Seth was killed, or like right when Altaïr went to confront him about it, because I believe it was Seth who was killed, then Malik was imprisoned, then Raouf, who was passing the messages, and then Malik was killed, and they threw Malik's severed head at him, like, to taunt him. Like, there was like a whole bunch of events leading up to that whole confrontation with the boss and Maria and Altaïr that just wasn't shown unless you read the comics, or not the comics, but the books. If you read the books, or if you at the very least like looked up what the books were about, because like I tried reading the books when I was younger, and like they were on the shelves of Barnes and Noble, but, and this is not me knocking it, and this is probably just because I was younger at the time, but it felt really dry. Like, the actual subject was very interesting, and I really liked how it went into more detail. It was just the way it was written was very dry. I'm sure if I were to go back and read it now, I would probably be way more immersed into it. But when I was younger, just the writing didn't speak to me, so I just did my best to read up as much as I could. I just feel like for that particular memory, it should have been longer. Like, and I know that there were budget cuts. I know there were things that cut out. I know there was a team that got cut in half in this game. So I'm not knocking what they did have. I just feel like it was incomplete. And also, so what was up with everyone's designs? Clay was okay because it was the first time we saw him. Bill was still a sack of crap, but like it's also the first time we see him, so it's fine. Sean was looking kind of different. Becca was looking kind of different. Desmond looked like Adam Sandler. And Ezio was looking like an NPC. And Altaïr looked like just the most generic dude I've ever seen. Also, why did Darren look exactly like Clay but with dark hair? I don't understand. Why did he look like that? Did they just run out of assets to make a new model? Like, they look so similar that it really threw me for a loop the first time I saw him up close and, like, he threw down the knives. Like, I really thought I was looking at Clay. And then I saw the, you know, information about him, and I was like, Clay, but in the early Middle Ages? What am I seeing? Also, I'm glad that Altaïr has his Arabic accent, but, like, they fumbled at everything else. His outfit, his tails, his walk, his swagger, the way he conducted himself was all gone. And that wasn't just an animus thing, because, like, Ezio had his walk cycle from the first 2 games, like, for the first 2 and 3 games. Desmond has this same walk cycle, which is copying Ezio's, and it's about the same. Altaïr's prowl, the way he, you know, he moves his shoulders and his hips, like, he looked like he was coming out from a model. Like, his tails, his pouches, his bouncing pouches, like, everything about him was peak. And in this game, it's like they went to a Hot Topic and got an Altaïr costume and then put it on him for this game. Like, not only did his face look wrong, he wasn't brown anymore, and that was an issue with everyone in this game, to be honest. Desmond wasn't brown, Ezio wasn't brown, Altaïr wasn't brown, and I kind of want to go a little farther, and I know this is a little off topic, but, like, why was everyone in this game the same shade? No one was lighter or darker except for that one Templar that you kill in the Master Assassin mission. And it really bothered me too, because they could have different colors for hair, but not for skin. Like, this is supposed to be a melting pot of culture, and people from all over the world are here because they're at this point where Europe and Asia meets, and it's close enough that Africa is right there. And everyone has the same shade of skin. I remember I mentioned this to my friends back in college. What's up, Midderknot? And we were talking about this with Assassin's Creed Origins, but it's just really on display here. Like, the clothes were all different colors. The hair was all different colors. The background and the environment was vibrant. So why was all the skin the same tone? Like, I can get a picture in-game with Ezio from 2 and Brotherhood, comparing it to here. The man looks completely different in skin tone, hair, and in facial features. He had very strong features, and that was just smoothed down. And with Desmond was always brown. He looked a little bit lighter in the 2nd and 3rd game, but not so much that it was, like, noticeable, you know what I'm saying? But, like, he just looks like Adam Sandler now. Like, I believe his name is Francisco Ramirez, who was his original face cast. Dude is handsome, just like Desmond was handsome. But, like, in this game, they said, yeah, we're gonna use Adam Sandler for the face cast, and we're just gonna slap some shadow, slap that dark 5 o'clock shadow. It was jarring, to say the least. It really took me a while to get used to it. And okay, we're gonna get back to Altaïr. This was important because Altaïr was always clearly noticed, and he just was not looking that way. Nor any of the other assassins in the Middle East looked any sort of way like that in this game. And it bothered me. I didn't want to talk about it during the stream, but we're at the credits now, so it bothered me. Okay, I'm gonna just admit it bothered me. But the next sequence that they had, Altaïr coming back, I thought that was interesting that he went back by himself and didn't come back with him. Also, like, considering I had to redo that memory once over, I'm glad that, like, all Altaïr had to do was just disarm him and they just trusted him. Like, I really enjoyed that memory sequence. Also, Abbas. So he's not really someone I care about, to be honest. He's just there. I just wish there would be more built up to him, because, like, you get one line of dialogue that's thrown away in the first game, and that's them wanting to square up with each other, like, after you gets back from Solomon's temple. But like I did, like the animosity was there, but it was so brief. It was like a blink and miss, you know. So for a boss to be such a recurring issue, I wish there had been more, because like I didn't feel any of that from him. He just was there. Getting images, I love these getting images. But you know, I just, for a boss to be such a big part of the game, you think there would be, and this was another reason why I mentioned Mallet. Like Mallet was a big part of the game because he had to right the wrongs, and he did. That caused Mallet. I thought it's just not there this time around, and I don't know what to say to that. So, but I will say that final memory, those final 2 memories with Altaïr, perfection. They were wonderful. I loved them. And I have nothing bad to say about it. So if I go over here, can I get to play his thing? I already did all those. This looks like something should be here. It's not. This looks like something should be here. It's not. So I'm gonna keep talking because this is my stream, so I get to voice my opinions. Like that final scene with Ezio and Desmond and how the torch is passed down. Beautiful. I loved it. Also, props to me for like figuring out the puzzle almost immediately, even when the game was like screaming at me to ask for a hit and I wasn't using Able Vision. Props to me. I think this, if I had to give this game a score for the writing, the narrative, how it continues on, the parkour, the character design and the environment and just everything that it entailed, I'll give it like an 8.9. Like, I don't give it a 9 because of the things that I talked about earlier, and that genuinely was jarring, but I give it an 8.9. I think it was great. I'd say Brotherhood was like a 9. Assassin's Creed 2 was like an 8.8. And Assassin's Creed 1 is peak 9.5. But yeah, Revelations is actually pretty high up there for me. It did really good on its iterations. It continued the story wonderfully, and for the most part, I just really loved its edition. I just kind of wish there was more of it because it seems so much shorter than everything else. But you know how it is. That's how it is in game development. So I can't even be upset. So without further ado, that was my review of the game. And I know, you know, I didn't talk about the ending so much, so I'm going to talk about the ending. I like the ending. I just wish that the writers also kind of remembered what the ending was. Because I feel like by the time Assassin's Creed 3 rolled around, someone lost the game document notes. Like, they lost what the narrative was. Because I feel like time travel was supposed to happen. Like, I've watched a video where, like, Nolan North said that he and Lucy, Desmond being he, were supposed to go up in space as one of the options to, like, you know, recolonize a new world. To be honest, I don't really care much for that ending. Because I do like Lucy, but this is Desmond's story, 1. And 2, I wanted Lucy to kind of be there to show the schism between Templar and Assassin and how one person's morality and the failings of leadership can really end up screwing up a whole bunch of other people, as well as how, if she is a traitor, because I think that's a very interesting choice to make her a traitor. I don't know if it's good or bad, to be honest, because it has its pros and cons, and they are big pros and big cons. And I'll talk about that in Assassin's Creed 3 on Thursday, you know, once we get past learning the mechanics. But I think Lucy herself is just a very interesting character, and they could have done more with her, but, you know, they just didn't. And that's unfortunate, because she was a really awesome character. And I think she's also the other character, the only character we see that is a field assassin besides Desmond in this entire game. in the modern times. Like, I don't think even in the current iterations anyone is as good as Lucy or Desmond are at this point, which is insane to think about. Like, Lucy was a mole for reportedly 7 years. That is crazy. That is crazy. And she still kept up with her training enough to be able to break out of Abstergo with Desmond. And to keep everything he was doing on the wraps. Under the wraps. So, I think Lucy was great, but the writers, I guess they just didn't renew her speaking contract. I don't know. I don't think they had to end her like that, but it is what it is. So, Desi Boy, Adam Sandler, look him up. It's time for us to end the stream. I hope you all have a great night. If you want to see more of this content, go to VivaciousVoni at Twitch or YouTube and subscribe. If you want more of that content. If you're on YouTube, put in Bayonetta or Assassin's Creed. Otherwise, you'll see VivaciousVoni, and I'm Vonnie with an O, not an A. I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I'll be seeing you.